Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. Alright, so my fiance called and he said he wants some cookies. So you're gonna need this little paddle. We're gonna throw these cookies together real quick. Put your oven at 350. This is the same recipe that my lemon cookies are made with, but I don't have any lemons right now. So I want to show you guys that this is like any citrus that you have. You could do grapefruit, you could do lemon, lime, key limes, tangerines, oranges. So get those, whatever fruit you like out. I'm going to say about 3, give or take. So we're gonna run through this really quickly since I already have a lemon cookie recipe out there. But I wanna get these in the oven before we start the star of the show, so to speak. So get your flour out. We're using organic all-purpose flour from Costco. You're gonna need 2.5 cups of flour. I will link this recipe or put it down at the bottom. But like I said, I'm just kind of going to rush through this because you guys already have this recipe in the lemon cookie. So 2.5. All right, it calls for 3/4 teaspoon of sea salt. I don't measure, so obviously it's not like end all be all. You can, you know, do what you need to do. Oh, I realize you guys can't see what I'm doing. All right. Like I said, that's what happens when you have a small kitchen. Okay. You're gonna need 2 eggs, but one of the eggs you're only using the yolk. So there's 1 egg. And I'm actually gonna save this egg white for my next recipe. So okay. You need 1 cup of butter. When I came home at lunch, I'm just going to use the Land O'Lakes no salt butter. You can use salted butter. It really, honestly, I haven't noticed that it makes a difference. You can use vegan butter. You could make this like well, except for the eggs. So it'd be vegetarian, but if you had an egg alternative, I'm sure you could change it up. He really wanted chocolate chip cookies, but honestly, I'm not really feeling the chocolate chip cookies, and I had already taken this out when I came home at lunch because I knew he wanted cookies, but he didn't tell me specifically chocolate chip when I took everything out, so, you know, there you have it. All right, so it's 1 cup of butter. You're gonna need at least a teaspoon of vanilla. That's the vanilla that I'm using today. I think it's, yeah, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. That's the baking powder that we're gonna use. We go through quite a bit of baking powder just because, you know, we use them a lot in biscuits. All right, and I think it's a lot of sugar, but I cut my sugar back as always. So, let me see the sugar. All right, so it's 1 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm only gonna use a 1/2 cup of sugar, and this really is the organic cane sugar from Costco that we get. So like I said, we don't really need that much sugar. I mean, honestly, I could probably cut it back to a 1/4 of a cup because, like I said, you don't really need it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my little baby juicer here. That's just like a handheld juicer. And we are going to... I'm going to cut these tangerines in half. And we're just going to juice them. I have 3 tangerines. Usually it's like 2 lemons. But tangerines are a little bit smaller, so I just estimated and went with 3. If you wanted to add 4, you could add 4. It's not going to hurt anything. If you want extra flavor, if you really want it extra, you could zest the orange. That would be fine. I really wish I honestly had some key limes. I kind of have like a heavy subject. Y'all know I work in the field of death and dying. That's like my main love, so to speak, is, you know, guiding people and working with people. But I got a whole situation that I think we need to have a sit-down talk about. So be looking forward to that video coming out. It's really sad. So I just haven't found the right words for it yet, honestly. I don't think there are ever right words for the story I have to tell y'all, but I think we do need to talk about it because I'm sure that there's more people out there that are facing these types of situations. So I just want to get it out there and provide some love to everybody. So all right, but we're gonna focus on this right now. All right, so I'm gonna say that was probably like 1/4 cup of tangerine juice. And I want to show y'all that we've got peppers, hot peppers. You can see they're like turning orange and stuff. I just stuck them there. I keep getting them off of the green stalk, so I haven't been out there to take you guys to the green stalk just yet, and so I just keep pulling them. And I think I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna probably put them in a, like, I don't know, maybe like a suck and seal. I want to do one of 2 things with it. I either want to make a pepper spray for the garden so that way I can try to keep the bugs off of my pumpkins, because we're just having a serious bug problem because I don't really try to treat stuff like that, and it's been raining and crazy. So I either want to do that with those peppers, or I'm thinking about maybe, because I do have some of those, I call them Chinese 5 pepper. They just have like 5 different colors. But anyway, I also have the lemon pepper still in the freezer, so I think I want to use the older peppers and maybe we'll make that with it. But I was wanting to save some so that we could do some pickling for the holidays. So I might just drop those in the freezer, but I wanted to show them to you guys. So all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this started, and you're gonna blend it up, and I will cut this part out so you guys don't even have to really hear it. All right, everyone, so those cookies are already whipped up, so that was like no time at all. That's why I like these easy recipes, because I know when somebody's wanting something, we can just get it done. I have to tell y'all what I did. So we celebrated my dad's birthday here, and I knew that the brownies weren't looking right. And I told my fiance, I said, I think I should try these brownies because they just, you know, they just don't look right. And he was like, oh no, they'll be fine. He's like, you always think stuff doesn't look right and it tastes perfect. And yeah, and that was the only dessert I made. And I'm always on with my desserts. Everybody knows that. They always ask me to bring desserts, and I had kind of like flipped out on my mom a little bit because she wanted to make these boxed desserts, and I was like brownies, and I was like, no, those are junk. That's not the word I used though. I used the S word. I was like, those are bleh. And I was like, so don't make those are toxic and bleh. And anyway, so, and she was like, okay. So she didn't make them. And then come to the birthday party, and yeah, mine were the S word. And I was like, ah. And so like everybody, even my nephews were like ripping on me. They were like, yeah, Krista, these are terrible. And I was like, yeah, they actually were. I like owned it. Like, I never make bad desserts. So, you know, it is what it is. Can't win them all, I guess. I should have known. I should have just, it's not my fiance's fault. It's my fault. I should have made them right to begin with. So there you go. All right, so there is the beautiful cookies. These only take 10 to 15 minutes. That's, you know, I like a nice quick kind of recipe. And there goes the oven. So we are ready to actually put them on the cookie tray. So I'm gonna see if I can drag that cookie tray over here. That's why I don't like having a small kitchen. One day maybe I'll have a nice large kitchen, or larger. We'll figure something out, make it a little better. But you know what, being small is good. It makes you appreciate what you have and less to clean up, you know what I mean? All right, so we're just gonna take our cookie scoop. I got this from Pampered Chef. I've had this for a while. I really love this. We're just gonna scoop them out, put them on the silicone mat. They'll pretty much retain their shape, or at least the lemon ones do, so. I've actually never made it with tangerine, but I imagine it's the same. I've made it with lime. I like the key lime version, because what I do with the key lime sometimes is I do zest the key limes, and I use the like powdered sugar icing, and I just do a slight bit of icing once these cool. And you've got those like nice shredded pieces of key lime in it, the actual outside of the lime, the zest. You can tell I'm culinary fancy. Like the outside of the lime, whatever that is. Oh, Lord help us. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get at least another thing of cookies going. I was hoping to be able to put them all on the cookie sheet, but it's not gonna work this time. But hey, that's okay. That just means there's gonna be extra cookies and my fiance's really gonna be happy. So, all right, we're gonna pop these in the oven. There they are. We're gonna pop these in the oven for about 10 minutes. So, all right, friends. So, gotta clean up this mess. All right, friends, so guess what we have down here on the counter? Check it out. All right, so my beautiful friend, Miss Carrie, she was going on a trip to go see her daughter up in North Carolina. And so she had some eggplants, and she's like, I'm not going to be able to eat them. I'm going to be traveling, so do you want them? Yeah, of course I do. Like, are you kidding me? The bugs eat them around here, so I never really get a chance to like truly enjoy it. So I'm like, heck yeah, man. Never turn down vegetables, friends. Never, because, you know, it's good. So some of these are a little bit lighter. To me, I think this is just where they got hot. A lot of times you'll see that discoloration. It could be a lack of something in the soil. I kind of doubt it, but here's this nice dark purple one. We've got some really dark ones. So guess what? Like, I never personally like really dig on fried food too much. Like, you know, French fries. I mean, who doesn't love a French fry? But so today I have just been like, man, I'd really like to have some fried eggplant. So I know that's not really my thing, but I was like, yeah, we're doing it. So guess what? Today, the star of the show are these beautiful eggplants. And I'm going to be going over here to the other side where the stove is, and we're going to be making us some fried eggplant. Super easy. So basically, that's why I said I'm saving that egg white, because I'm going to need it. What I do is I have this egg white in here. Obviously, I'm going to add a couple more eggs. Put a little bit of salt in here. Whatever kind of like spices you like. I like to kind of pre-spice up my eggplant. And I use coconut milk. I'm gonna add at least probably a solid, I don't know, I'd say like 6 tablespoons of coconut milk. And I'm gonna get like at least 2 more eggs, so. All right, so these are the eggs that we're gonna be using today. So I at least need probably 2 more. my process is very simple. I know some people really fancy it up and do all kinds of stuff with their frying techniques, but I'm pretty plain Jane. My dad actually calls me Jane. So, but he calls me Jane for a song called Liza Jane or something like that. He said I used to dance to it as a kid, but everybody and my friends call me, sometimes they'll call me Jane, and they just say because I'm plain Jane. So Jane's kind of been something that stuck with me. For the longest time, my fiance actually thought my middle name was Jane. Because someone had asked him and said something about, I don't know, I think maybe I had to go to the hospital or something, and they had said, what's my middle name? And he said, Jane, and I said, no, Jane's not my, not my middle name. So, yeah, people got nicknames, you know. One of my dad's best friends, everybody calls him Frog. You know why? Because when he was in Vietnam, he ate frogs. I know, it's sad. So he's Uncle Frog. His first name's actually Robert, but like my dad, but yeah. Crazy. All right, so we're just gonna whip up these eggs. That's all I was doing, is just kind of getting that egg and salt and the coconut milk kind of mixed in. And then you're gonna thin slice your, well, slice it to like however you would like to eat it. So I'm just gonna kind of thinner slice, not too thin, like I don't like them paper thin. That's about the size I'm looking for. I'd say it's about 2/4 if you put 2/4 and stack them on top of each other. You can see this is really nice and seedy. Some people don't really like the seeds. I don't care. I might take some of these seeds and go plant them in the yard. So you're just gonna take each one and cut it. And you need to get some oil and get it started warming up. I would put that oil to like a medium to a little bit higher heat, because you obviously want to be frying this product. You're gonna need some flour too. That's literally all I do, is basically like an egg and coconut milk wash is what I would call it basically. I just set them in here. And then all I'm gonna do is just get another square little plastic like container, and I'm just gonna put some flour in it. And then if you like other spices, like maybe you want to put some of that Alessi spice on there, give it, you know, some like a different flavor. And I take about a cup of flour, and all I'm gonna do is just dredge it through this milk and egg mixture. And then I'm gonna take it to the flour, and then I'm just gonna dredge it through that and then drop it in the frying pan. Some people like to do a double dredge, but I don't. I just like it, like, I don't really need the extra breading. I mean, I'm thick enough as it is, so I don't really need the extra breading. And I just wanna get a nice crisp to it. And I really don't eat that much fried food. And then of course, get yourself like a plate and get some paper towels, because you want to kind of pull off some of that grease once it's done. And I'll bring you guys over here to the stove and we will get started with that. And I'm sure at any minute the cookies are probably going to go off, since they only took 10 minutes. So, and we'll check those out in between all this. All right, friends. So here are those cookies. Super beautiful. I love them. Yeah, perfect. Who doesn't love a cookie? Yeah, my fiance, he'll like them. They have like a nice orange. I probably would have done some tangerine zest, but you know, hindsight. Very good. Okay, I have to go put this cookie down because I don't want any cookie. Oh, I can just put it over here. All right. So now the oil's hot enough, so I'm gonna bring you guys down so that you can watch me just fry up this eggplant real quick. All right, so here we go. The oil is actually really, really, really warm. All right, so I'm just gonna take the eggplant, run it through the egg wash, then I'm just gonna drop it in the fryer. That simple. That's how you fry food. Make sure it's nice and coated. There you go. And just drop it in. Just don't burn yourself. Because frying food, you can actually like burn yourself really good. That's why a lot of people eat fried food out, because you don't want to get burned. And it kind of can stink your house up sometimes, honestly, like frying food. Now, I would say depending on, you know, how warm you got your heat. See, and then your hands get really tacky. You don't really want to wash that stuff down your sink, because what will end up happening is you'll clog your sink up. So just wipe it off with a paper towel. It gets messy. It'll fry up really quickly. And you just fry them to your liking. Like, if you like them just nice and tan, then just fry them to nice and tan. Like, frying is really up to you what you want to do. So I'll bring you over and show you actually what it looks like. So there you go. You see, that one's like nice and tan. So I'm just wanting the other side to get kind of tan like that. But I mean, you want to make sure it's cooked through, because if you don't, what'll end up happening is you won't actually feel well. If you cook something like squash or zucchini, you should be fine. But sometimes eggplant that's not cooked all the way can be a little rough on the tummy. So just keep that in mind. So we're just going to continue doing this process till they are fried up. Now, if you're frying a piece of chicken or something, you know, that's a little bit different. You definitely want to make sure that that's fried like real good. You don't want to get sick. Depends on if you got a bone or not a bone. But fried vegetables, you have a little bit more leniency for sure. You're not likely to get like super sick or anything. All right, so there you go. That's to my liking. I just like them nice and brown. So you're really looking at just a few minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes or so. So not long at all. Second batch of cookies are actually in the oven. Here's the other one. So it gets nice and crisp. Like I said, you can make it darker if you want, but that is what we will continue to do. And so I will let those cool. I've put them over here on this plate. See back here, and I just let the grease kind of be soaked up by the napkin or paper towel. And I doubled that paper towel, and then of course I'll add a little bit of Redmond's Real to it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably just do this something similar maybe in an air fryer, but I don't know, like, to me, I'm just like, yeah, let's just go hardcore on it and just fry it like regular. Oh, there's the cookies. So the second batch of cookies are ready. All right, so I'm adding some more to the pan. I would say that's one of the things I don't like about frying food, is it like makes your house smell. I can smell that like fried vegetable oil. Just smells greasy. Some people like that smell, but not me so much. All right, so this one should be basically cooled down, hopefully enough to give it a try. but delicious. So there you go. Like I said, you can make it crispier if you want it to be, but you see it's like nice and thin. Yeah, nice and thin. Delicious. Tastes like a little fried eggplant, and I love it. All right, everyone. So there is what is going on today. We are making fried eggplant. So just an option for you, not for everybody. And this definitely, I'm not a big fried food person, so this isn't something that we do all the time for sure. So it's a nice little treat. If you wanted to really zhuzh it up, you could add some like marinara sauce, or you could make it put some mozzarella cheese and just kind of make an eggplant parm. So if you really want to do it all up, but for now this is good. This is all I wanted, was like a nice little snack to just enjoy the harvest of my friend and just enjoy what she had been growing. And I'm grateful that she went on her vacation and shared with me. So, you know, that's what I say, never turn down something that's a beautiful vegetable, because you never know when it's going to be back in season or if you're going to get attacked by bugs. So that's why it's good always to make connections with people that you love and that you know, because these are the great benefits that you get from it. Because if your season doesn't do well, then you can actually share with your friends, or your friends can share with you. So always give with a loving heart without expectation of something in return, because you know what, one day you're going to be able to return something, or vice versa. So make those beautiful connections with the people that you know you can trust and that you can surround yourself with, because you never know in this economy when you're going to actually need to be dependent on them or to do some type of trade. So all right, everyone, until next time, as always, love one another, be kind, and I will see each and every one of you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this channel.